For all intents and purposes, my family has been made a collateral damage of Hurricane Laura. The organizations that have been there to help us have done nothing but stiff us. The story of my family is a sad one. I'm gonna fix this because I'm gonna fight. Our hearts and minds go out to the victims of Hurricane Helene and Milton. Milton getting hit with such a surprise, the intensity of it there at the end. Helene taking over 240 lives at this point. That's up there with Katrina. Makes it the deadliest hurricane since Katrina. And what people don't say after this is there's a whole type of shit show that you have to endure. First is with your insurance. From what I've seen with the insurance is you outlast them, you show the documentation of proof, and eventually you will be a victor in a way to where you will have a home again. You will have your dwelling. Things will get fixed, maybe not as you wanted them to, which is a shame because you pay insurance to get shit done how you want it to. If anything was to happen, because things very seldom do these types of things happen in one's lives. We went through the insurance process as well. It ended up paying up. It deemed us the dwelling unlivable, paying its max of $106,500 out. I think it was $106,500 paid out on the dwelling itself. It gave an extra $500 for debris removal in case you had debris around your house. Of course, everyone knows that's laughable. Well, not everyone. People who've been through it, I guess. And then I think it was $3,200 for unattached structures. So, of course, with our chicken coop and all of this, that, and the other, the awning, the porch, just didn't touch. We lost the outside equipment, as far as your swing sets and things. It didn't touch it. Anyway, I'll say this: after looking at that whole process and having a lawyer actually step in, MMA steps into our life early in the process. I'm sorry, not early in the process, about a year into it, saying, hey, we see some things here, you need to get paid. Okay, whatever. Well, back to the beginning of the insurance process, when they evaluated, and what they determined was a max payout, which means your dwelling is deemed unlivable. I mean, there's no way to, a max payout of 106, and the trailer was worth 108. That's what we owed on it. That's what we owed on the trailer. Okay. At that point, we come out of pocket a couple $1,000. That's fine. We'll pay it. We'll finish the amount needed for the forced payout, because the damages, what it was 119 occurred on the adjusters, format of the place. But they gave us 106 because that's the max. The insurance company has a max. I should have looked in the gap. Didn't know when we were getting a mobile home that was a thing, but it must be. It must be. So that's done. After coming out of pocket, finish the forced payout, we get with FEMA, because at this point you have no home. We have no home. We get a FEMA unit on site finally about 4 months later, something like that. It comes with a contract that they must come through, and I say they. At first it was a FEMA and a state representative come through your house once a month to take pictures, open your refrigerator, take pictures of that, the fire extinguisher. They say you can't hang anything on the walls. You can't have any, you have to have their locks because they have several duplicates of their keys for their unit. And I kind of come forth with this because we just had a recirc after being victims of Hurricane Laura for 4 years. A recirc with our 16th, 17th case manager that went horribly. They said we had to cut grass in certain places. It wasn't low enough so they could get around this area here. They talked about the doorknob and the lock, and it had been changed. That had been changed simply because in the beginning of all this, it fell off. So we got a smart lock, a very expensive lock put into the front door. They said we can't do it. We reported that it had to be done because of this. They had it in the documentation. But these ladies here just addressed that situation. And again, they left pretty quickly as they tried to put us in our place. And that's what it is when you get with the government. It is a probation, parole, whatever you want to say. They want you to be in their place the whole time, unless you can crawl out of it. You see, back to FEMA getting us a unit out here, and 4 years prior to this, I paid over $100,000 in federal taxes. So we deserve the unit. It's not like, oh, well, we got a unit, we feel blessed. No, we deserve the unit. Our taxes have paid well for that. Anyway, me and my wife both have been tax-paying citizens, me up until the last year, for all of our lives. The FEMA unit placed on our place was me, my wife, and then my 4-year-old was to house all that. It is what it is. The chest of drawers have fallen apart. They've had to replace cabinets, and they fussed at us when we changed the front locks. Interesting. So now, being without a home, we are in the system. Again, I'm addressing our situation. But believe you me, we're thinking of the victims of Melton and Helene. We're trying to stop some of these pitfalls maybe from happening to y'all. We get the FEMA unit way back when, at the beginning. This had 4 months into it. Okay. At this point, we're in talks with the SBA, which is also, is a government-ran part of them. It's a disaster rebuilding fund or department with a low interest rate, to help disaster victims, people who lost their homes to natural disasters, which we had. So we're moving along with there. We immediately get approved. And when a month later they put boots on the ground to come evaluate our situation, we had to get approved for the max. They actually up it to the $104,000 something that they allot for everything that we've lost. And again, approval for that. I think it was 2001 before we got the letter saying, or the email saying, expect the first of the multiple deposits in your account by the next 1 to 3 business days. There was a lot of bureaucratic stuff, red tape to jump over before then. From August of 2020, we got approved, I'd say, in November 2020. So from then till I think it's April in 2021, it took getting that document there, that document there, and finally for them to say, yes, I think we are ready to go, pending, it looks good. 1 to 3 business days. 1 to 3 business days go by, we don't get shit. 5 go by, we call them. We have a new loan officer, and she is saying we need to approve this $150,000 injection that we have gotten, or this, that, and the other of all this money and this and that. And that. We've received nothing but the $106 from the insurance company, which paid off, went to paying off the house. We put an extra $2,000 to pay off the house, and then on top of that, we have had. We received some money for lost belongings, up to a certain amount for lost belongings. And then our good $500 for debris removal. That's all we've received. We received these things, and those are all paid for and received. They know we paid the trailer off. They know we had to add extra money to it. All that's all. So I don't know what she's talking about. So a bunch of this crap keeps on going on. This going on, this going on. So trying to give these documents, trying to prove this, prove that. A big thing that's been going on here is that they want to see the documentation of a forced payout. When they give us their max at $106, and that's it. You're not going to fix $2,000 of a trailer. Their forced payout was $106. The trailer was worth $108. I'm sorry, folks. It's mind-boggling. And yes, personally, I'm defeated. We've been fighting this so long, and to not be nowhere, not be anywhere, is mind-boggling. So, SBA, back into it with them, going back and forth with paperwork. In the meantime, I have a job. My wife has a job. She works at the Calcasieu School Board, who has been nothing but solid to us. I have a job at Westside Chemical as a shift supervisor. And I'm doing that. Up to this point, never got a write-up, never got nothing. I really devoted my life to this company. Took a lot from my family to give time to that company. But after losing the house, we finally got ourselves in an apartment. We're paying mortgage and rent for the apartment because the mortgage process with the payout goes it goes a while. It took us maybe 4 or 5 months. So paying out all that money, you're trying to, you're maintaining your job and you're doing the best you can. About this time, we get a rift in the force at work. We have a whole new plant manager. Okay. Again, on the other side of this, we're fighting with the SBA. And I believe our story must be heard because it must serve as a, you can call it dummy's guide, it doesn't matter, to the pitfalls of what happens after the worst cases of a natural disaster, okay? So shit starts getting real at work. Things start getting different. Working with the SBA at home, or lack thereof, 3 times during this situation we had. 3 times they said they were going to have money in the account. 3 times it was always something else. And to the very end of the SBA, and I will go there because I will show documentation and proof of these things, we get a letter from, I don't know, maybe our 14th to 17th case manager saying, "Sir, we are sorry. We have been misreading the," and I'll show the document. I'll post it. Basically misunderstanding this case. This was a forced payout. Let us change the jargon within the notes, and we'll get this thing going. Great deal. Man, I thought that was it. I told my wife, I said, that's it. I said, we finally got one. I saw it. And the very next day, we had another case manager. And he wasn't worried about nothing about what she said. He said we had an ongoing lawsuit, and we needed to provide information. Let me tell you about this ongoing lawsuit. MMA jumped into our lives about a year into this, saying that we had some funds that we needed to recoup that we didn't recoup from the insurance, and we're going after the insurance and blah blah blah. We didn't pay a dollar. We said, okay, yeah, whatever. If they need information, whatever. They sent a person on the site. He evaluated. Oh yeah, y'all gonna get this and that. This is what it's deserved. Okay, that's fine. We didn't talk with them people until we got a letter in the mail saying everyone from MMA, representative-wise, has been banned from practicing law in Louisiana. So fuck. So at that point, we have these companies come in and throw us, hire us. We went with somebody, but there was no information. There was no information of anything. No, we didn't have any hard evidence. We didn't have any figures that we would get. Nothing. But this SBA guy said that we have this lawsuit going. I need all the information about that lawsuit. We have no information about this lawsuit. We have nothing. But not needless to say about this other shit, he didn't even dive into what that lady was saying, his colleague, just the other day. The day before, I think it was. Anyway, they ended up sending us a letter saying, well, we're dropping y'all because y'all didn't send any information about a lawsuit. Come to find out, there was never no lawsuit. There was people digging around. We never got nothing. The law firm that took over said, sir, y'all were given everything y'all were supposed to have. Case closed type shit. We've been dropped by the SBA. The government-ran organization that said they were going to give us the $204,000 low interest, which means we were going to be paying this loan back. Man, we're going to be giving the government more than what they gave us for residency. After it's built, we were approved. Boots on the ground, verified. SBA drops us. Before we even got with the SBA, we registered all kinds of places, and one of them is Restore LA. Well, they cut us down immediately because through most of this process, I had worked. And if you make a certain amount, you're done. And better believe me, you can say what you want about me. 4 years ago, I was right there with the 8%. 6 figures, working 6 years as an operator, 3 years as a shift supervisor. I mean, I was doing the damn thing. When our life got hit by that natural disaster, when work gets hit by a well-documented tyrant that comes and takes over my unit, or the plant that I work under, and within months has me demoted for personal shit. It's so obvious, and that's what I'm here to do, is bring evidence to the obvious downfall and accepted collateral damage me and my family has been able to be made, accepted to be, just accepted. Y'all fucked, yeah, y'all fucked. but the process around us failed. We're not going to let that happen, partner. I cannot. We bitch about the homeless population in this nation and where all this. Where do you think that comes from? Where do you fucking think that comes from? It comes from situations like this. I will not let my family get there, but it must stop here. You know, here in the South, people mention mental illness. It's mental health. When our mental health is attacked, is bombarded, is constantly hit with this bullshit, this unjust craziness that affects our lives in ways that want to take things and never give anything back. Yes, our mental health is affected negatively. And that's what's happened. That's what's happened. For almost a year now, November of last year, my job gave up on me. The HR department in my job, they gave up on me. And how to get that out there is going to be tough, but I will, because it was so dirty. Westlake Chemical as a whole, as a company, I feel is a good company. The Westlake South HR department, time of my departure, was disgusting. It was the last. You think it's the last straw? Everything's the last straw, but at the time, it's the last straw that just broke our back. Oh no, my 6 figures, what we gonna do? I never thought they would have. A little sidebar on that. When I do present it, I was in the middle of a health leave. I'd taken leave, and upon entry, I was done dirty. But that's a whole other story, and I will address that how I can address that, because Lord knows I'm trying to get our just dues. I told kind of a rough story about the SBA. I have emails on my show that's going to prove that what I had said about the money in the account, no money in the damn account, all the way to the we have seen where we have misread documentation. It is a forced payout. We must, all that. I will. But after today, and what I've seen them ladies do, and how I've seen them ladies leave, and how they violated us again. And we've been evicted by FEMA before. To the last day we were supposed to move out, they had violated us only because one of the employees, I'm gonna tell you, had it out for us. But we've had a whole bunch of other good ones, good FEMA case managers, great state case managers. But now they do 2 FEMA case managers, and these 2 ladies here come over once before, and in that meeting told me I had said something that was not acceptable. I didn't know what it was. I asked her what it was. She wouldn't tell me what it was. I ended the meeting. I have a recording of it. Ended the meeting there and requested my wife be present when we meet. Well, today she was present when we met, and same thing. So I know what they do, and I know how the case is going to be moved from there. They're going to try to evict us from our FEMA unit. When now we're with Restore, and Restore LA is doing the same thing that SBA has done. I'll get into that as well. Again, our hearts and minds are with the victims of Helene and America. But our hearts and minds, too, have to remain with them. Just like they should have remained with us, the victims, Hurricane Laura. Look, man, I lost everything in that day. Lost everything, and there was a step ladder way to fix it. We followed it, and all we've been done is wrong. I'm gonna work on these other videos. I'm gonna try to stay present. I'm gonna try to be that guy. Oh, here's that son of a bitch again talking about his problems. Yes, until I get what's just, until my family gets on their feet. And I'm gonna tell you, the run of people who only care about themselves. There's a whole passel of people that live across the street from us that could have cared the littlest bit and helped things along. Instead, they have made a war against us. We're now at war with them for some reason. They've called someone from over there has called the cops on my dog. We got a ticket for a damn dog. A dog. What the fuck does it say? At large. A dog at large. We're worried about this shit right here. You know, you gotta pay this ticket. If not, what would I do? I go to jail for my dog. I get a bench warrant. People have made our lives a living hell. People around us. There's about 95% of the people. I mean, the judgments are so heavy. You know, there was someone I had all the love in the world for. Move. To better themselves. And what I think in my mind is to get the hell away from me. Folks, this isn't what it looks like. And it's my job to let the right people see what it does, what it is. Fuck what it looks like. It's been an unjust experience for me and mine. All I'm asking y'all to do is listen.